in light of all the tragedies which has resulted in a lot of carnage, particularly in our schools. The Orange County Board of Supervisors declares the month of June to be National Gun Violence Awareness Month. More than 110 Americans are killed by gun violence every day. That averages about 16,000 gun homicides each year. At this point, I'm going to ask Supervisor Foley, who particularly fostered this resolution, if you would lead off here, please.
Thank you. So I've been on the board for 14 months, and in the 14 months that I've been on the board, we've had a little baby shot in the car, in his car seat, on the freeway on the way to preschool. We've had 4 people killed in Orange. Just a few weeks ago in Laguna Woods, sleepy little Laguna Woods, we had a hate crime where a person came from another state into our state and shot up a group of elderly individuals. And they were there in their church. They were sharing stories, loving each other, and practicing their faith. And then a doctor who we all, I know Supervisor Bartlett recognized him at our last meeting, but we all recognize this individual as heroic. He leaned in to protect the others. But I will say those others also leaned in to protect everyone, and at least they stopped more carnage from happening. But Dr. Chang died. And so we just need to put an end to gun violence. It's time. How much more can our families endure over this issue? So today I'd like to take a moment and recognize a group of moms who are demanding action to end gun violence. As moms, they have a very clear understanding of how scary it is for kids these days in terms of going to school and being uncertain about what might happen. I remember, my kids are 22 and 24 now, but I remember when they were in kindergarten, and this is how long we've been talking about this stuff. They were in kindergarten and all through elementary school. They were learning intruder drills and how to deal with the case of an intruder coming in to shoot up their little friends in their classes. And to me, that just seemed so wrong that we had to be teaching these innocent little children how to protect themselves against intruders. I mean, when I was in elementary school, we were talking about earthquakes, So Moms Demand Action is a grassroots American movement advocating for public safety measures that can protect people from gun violence. They collaborate to close gaps that endanger the safety of our families and our communities. We know that gun violence can be avoided, and Moms Demand Action is committed to doing everything possible to keep families safe. Shannon Watts, a mother of 5, established the organization in 2012 by launching a Facebook group the day after the Sandy Hook Elementary School tragedy, with the message that all Americans can and should do more to reduce gun violence. The online discussion grew into a movement of mothers, fathers, students, families, concerned citizens, and survivors working with partners in the gun violence prevention movement to put an end to this crisis, which, by the way, is only in America. Why are we allowing this? The Moms Demand Action Orange County chapter is one of the most influential groups dedicated to reducing gun violence throughout the state, with more than 7,000 supporters here locally, and today we're joined by the leader of the chapter, Patricia Bowie, and other members. If you'd like to come up and say a few words after my colleague, Supervisor Bartlett, if you would like to say a few words. Okay.
So I think we all know that gun violence is a tragedy whenever it occurs in any of our communities. When you take a look at recently what's happened at the Laguna Woods shooting in my district, the unfortunate school shooting in Uvalde, Texas. I mean, when you think about it, if you can't go to church, you can't go to your places of worship, you can't go to school, you can't go to the malls and be safe, where can you go? So it's something that is really, first and foremost, so important and really on our minds day in and day out right now. How can we keep ourselves and our families safe. We have a lot of parents that have been calling our office. We have a lot of people reaching out saying, what can we do as a county? And I know that our Sheriff's Department's being very proactive. So we are working through the different crises and a time for healing right now with what's going on. But we are a county that cares, and we will continue to be very, very proactive to figure out how we can keep our 3.2 million people in our county safe, and again, what we can do across the nation as well. So being engaged and being committed to making a change, I think, is really important, and I applaud the moms group and everybody else that has come forth and said, we want to do something, we want to take action, we want to be there at the forefront to make a difference, because having you getting involved and being active day in and day out, it will make a difference, and it will help save lives long term. So thank you.
Does the Moms Demand Action, would you like to come up?
Good morning. My name is Patricia Bowe, and I am a volunteer leader with the Orange County Moms Demand Action for Gun Sense in America group. We are America's largest grassroots organization working to end gun violence with more than 8 million supporters nationwide. I'd like to take this moment to thank Supervisor Foley and the entire Orange County Board of Supervisors for declaring June to be Gun Violence Awareness Month. These types of proclamations are so important because they help raise awareness about America's gun violence epidemic. And with more awareness, we hope comes more action. This proclamation comes right on the heels of National Gun Violence Awareness Day and Wear Orange Weekend, which was this past Friday through Sunday. Wear Orange is dedicated to honoring the lives of people in the United States affected by gun violence and works to elevate the voices of those demanding an end to gun violence. Orange, which also happens to be the color of gun safety, symbolizes the value of each person's life, and we wear it to honor those killed or wounded by gun violence. As they said earlier, over 110 people are shot and killed in America every single day, and twice that number are shot and wounded every single day. So we wear orange to call for an end to America's gun violence crisis. Gun violence only increased during the COVID-19 pandemic, and those impacts continue to devastate our communities. 2021 was one of the deadliest years on record for the United States, with well over 20,000 people killed in gun homicides or non-suicide related shootings, which is a 6% increase over the year before. Gun violence is also the leading cause of death for children and teens in America. But as incidences of gun violence have grown, so too has the movement to stop it. We continue to educate, raise awareness, organize, advocate, and rally for safer communities. Together, we can build a future free from gun violence. So again, thank you so much to the Board of Supervisors for helping us to raise awareness of America's epidemic. Together, we will remember the millions of lives taken or forever changed by gun violence and demand action in their honor. Thank you.